Hi. Another 4 years passed, and once again the US is having an election, while the rest of the world watches this shit show like it's some sort of reality TV series. I talked about the previous two elections, this one I didn't really follow that much, but the whole world follows it. You cannot go anywhere online without everybody talking about it. Even here in Central Europe, everybody talks about it like it's happening in our country. People are more invested into it than they were into the elections in our own country. It's crazy. So, has the world become any saner now since the last two elections? Nope. Even more insane. So once again we have Trump, of course, because MAGA is too overwhelming in the primary, so no one else had a chance. And while they might have the power in their camp, they don't really have that much of an impact in the general public. In my opinion, DeSantis should have won the primary and he would have easily won it. It would have been such an easy victory as it was for Obama. Since he's competent, Trump is just a meme lord. But of course, no. Who cares about sanity? Let's have Trump. Meanwhile, with the Democrats, they didn't even have a primary since Biden was a pick. The clueless, demented Biden, of course, and then his party forced him out since his dementia got even worse than it was previously. So now we have the cackling witch Kamala. Uh, uh, In all honesty, what are even Kamala's real stances, positions? Like, you don't really know because she just keeps changing it. She doesn't have even any kind of plans. She's just the anti-Trump pick, and that's basically her whole shtick. And first female president, even though she cannot define female and woman. In other words, her presidency would be really without any substance, but then again, so was Biden's. So 4 years ago, I still consider myself left wing, but as of now, I just call myself politically homeless. The left has completely lost its mind to the point that I don't see how they can redeem themselves anytime soon. Like, they just have gone completely crazy. They let the craziest people run everything, make their crazy ideas the whole talking points about everything, and it's just insane. It's just the oppression Olympics, followed by gender, made up genders, transgender children, reality denial, cancel culture. Like, the wokeness really reached whole new levels. But the hair that broke the camel's back for me was when they fully embraced anti-Semitism. Ever since the terror attack happened in Israel, they just went completely bananas. They just decided, let's support Hamas. Let's pretend that the terror organization that slaughtered over 1,000 people, 1,000 civilians, is somehow just freedom fighters. And now that they got the consequences of starting a terror attack, now they suddenly the poor victims that need protection. In all honesty, if these people would have been around in 2001, probably on the 12th of September, they would have already started their protests about anti-Muslim hate, apparently. Because that's what it boils down to it. It's insanity. And in the last year, they have really gone completely mask off when it comes to their hatred to Jews, which is very, very ironic considering for over a decade, these people literally accuse everybody they don't like of being a Nazi, a fascist, a bigot, and look what they are now. They have become exactly the very thing that they claim they hate. Bigoted, anti-Semitic retards. And I fully realize that crazy people have always been a thing, but they were never given the platform to basically be the driving force of their own side. You have to remove people like that because they just hurt you. But for some mind-boggling reason, that didn't happen here. If Kamala and Biden would have been like, yes, you people are completely fucked up, go to where the sun doesn't shine, I would have supported that. It would have shown that they have a backbone. This didn't happen. So now you have the queers for Hamas, queers for Palestine, chickens for KFC, turkeys for Thanksgiving, or how I like to call them, the queer brown shirts. You, like, those people would have been literally annihilated by the ideology they're shelling for here in the West. If they would have ever gone to the countries that they are so engaged about here. You are idiots. These people are complete idiots. Like, more than just idiots, they are retards. And then they scream about those civilian casualties, while at the same time they were either silent or cheering where the civilian casualties happened to the other side. And yes, you have to ask them why they never call out literal terrorists, like the literal terrorist organization that is using human shields, occupy schools and hospitals for their activities, and still after a whole year, they still haven't released the hostages they took. And most importantly, why are these people so silent about way deadlier conflicts and actual genocides that are happening right now? They will never answer honestly to the questions I just asked. And that's, they realize that their whole driving force is their hatred of Jews. That's the whole shtick with them. And I'm not even gonna go into detail how they know absolutely nothing about the history of said region or how the conflicts happened, because they just slept through history and then decided to let's watch some TikTok videos and watch pure propaganda there with fictional history. And now suddenly they are experts about it. But then again, these people think that the Squad are the best politicians ever. Yes, best if you want that your country collapses, because let's be honest, if people like the Squad would have been humanity's leaders through history, then we would still be living in grass huts. So, to wrap it up, I am not rooting for Trump, but I'm not gonna lie, if Kamala and the Democrats lose, I would feel a lot of schadenfreude, since they failed to dispose of the most toxic people in their own party. Oh, and in case anybody wonders, no, I'm not Jewish, nor do I know anyone in my family who is Jewish, but it's just human decency and knowledge of history. This is something that the extremes on both sides completely lack. And sadly, this is quite contagious. 2024 is quite like 2016. We even have our own Harambe moment right now, where the killing of an animal somehow gets politicized and becomes this phenomena on social media. I'm of course talking about Peanut, the squirrel, who got killed by the New York State because some Karen from Texas had a problem with his owner and made several anonymous reports. So they went to his house, the owner's house, and just decided to kill the squirrel and a raccoon there. Just because. It's a story that should make everybody's blood boil, because when you find out about the details, like those people are scummed who did that. But the story in itself is completely apolitical. However, people online decide to make it political. Like, this is by far the dumbest take that I've seen about it. Sometimes I really hate humanity. Oh, and you want me that I hate on Republicans as well? Okay, sure. Their idea of what is happening in Ukraine and how the whole invasion of Ukraine can be ended immediately if they just stop giving weapons to Ukraine so that things can settle as in Russia crushes Ukraine. Yes, fuck those people. Seriously, fuck those people. Like, I don't understand the logic where an aggressor attacks another country out of spite because they can, and somehow they are both at fault? Are you completely bananas in your head? Like, seriously, this is retarded and vile. So, nobody gets my support. Absolutely nobody gets my support. But let's wrap up this video. I'm team nobody. I can't wait till everything about this election is over. Regardless of results, I'm just going to be not satisfied. But at the end of the day, I'm not saying that you shouldn't vote. If you voted, good for you. If you didn't vote, you should vote if you feel like it. You shouldn't be pressured into voting. And yes, not voting for anybody is also sort of a vote, because that way you show that you really cannot pick a candidate because the votes suck. And that's completely valid. So, you can agree with me. You do not have to agree with me. You have to decide for yourself. So, who will win? Honestly, I have a feeling that Trump might win. Kamala's only real argument is, I'm not Trump. Blue no matter who. And she reminds me more of Hillary than of Biden. She's more unlikable, in other words. Either way, the world will have to endure 4 more crazy years, which are either going to be Biden 2.0 or the Trump insanity, because let's be real, certain people still haven't gotten over those 4 years that Trump was president. Like, their brains are completely fried. They seriously, it should be considered like a mental health crisis at this point, because it's insanity. You can hate a politician all you want, but my god, you people are completely nuts. And this is coming again from somebody who is not a fan of Trump. I just think that you people are just have completely lost the plot. Okay. Either way, 4 more years awaits us of divisive politics, because all the people in charge have chosen that the best way to win votes is by pretending that half of the country, half of the world, if you really think about it, is evil. It's bad. They have no redeeming qualities. I don't like this. So yes, these are my 2 cents. And with that, I probably won't be touching politics for a while now, because it's frustrating. Bye.